In the 17th century imperial records, this building is not documented as the Taj Mahal. It is called Roza-e-Munawwar, the illuminated tomb. While the architecture is brilliant, history is often obscured by a secondary industry of local guides. On the ground, visitors are usually met with dramatic lore designed to entertain rather than inform. This creates a choice. You can accept the romanticized fictions, or you can look for the definitive historical reality of the site. We visualize this choice with a quadrant chart. The vertical axis measures depth of experience, the horizontal tracks cognitive effort. The standard tour provides high emotional experience but little depth. Conversely, an evidence-based approach requires higher effort but aligns perfectly with documented history. To get there, we have to strip away 3 centuries of accumulated myths and look at the engineering, the craftsmen, and the economic records of Shah Jahan's project. Passively accepting the romantic narrative reduces a world wonder to a collection of rumors. Analyzing the hard data allows for a direct appreciation of Mughal genius. This comparison matrix allows us to weigh the popular myths against the documented imperial records. The first major myth is that the Taj Mahal required 22 years of grueling labor. This figure likely originates from a count of the 22 pavilions on the gates, combined with unverified accounts from the European traveler Tavernier. The actual imperial texts record a much faster pace. The core structure was engineered and finished in just 11 years, between 1632 and 1643. We'll update the matrix to show this 11-year timeline of hyper-efficiency. Recognizing the actual pace of construction shifts our focus from the physical suffering of the workforce to the logistical mastery of the empire. Then there is the story that Shah Jahan amputated his architect's hands to ensure the monument's beauty could never be replicated. There is no historical evidence for this claim. It frames the monument as a product of vanity rather than a collaboration of experts. The lead architect was Ustad Ahmed, a man Shah Jahan honored with the title Nadir-ul-Asr, or Wonder of the Age. We also know the calligrapher, Amanat Khan. His signature is proudly inlaid into the white marble, proving that the work was done by recognized master craftsmen, not anonymous slaves. Identifying these specific creators in our record replaces the gruesome fable with documented human names. Honoring these craftsmen restores human ingenuity to the site, substituting a grim myth for creative genius. Another myth is that the Taj Mahal was a reckless project that bankrupted the Mughal Empire. Historical records show that Shah Jahan spent a total of 2.5 crore rupees on his empire-wide infrastructure and building projects. The Taj Mahal cost 50 lakh rupees, exactly 20% of that allocated building fund. In the context of imperial governance, this was a planned expenditure consistent with other major infrastructure projects of the period. We can update the matrix to reflect this 20% budget allocation. Understanding the exact financial discipline involved reveals a project that was driven by imperial resource management rather than emotional whim. Finally, the building is often presented as an isolated architectural miracle without historical precedent. Viewing the structure as an unexplainable miracle limits our appreciation to the surface-level marble. The Taj Mahal is actually an evolution of earlier Mughal monuments, specifically Humayun's tomb, which established the core design of the archways and dome. It utilized established Timurid engineering, including a strict grid pattern for the gardens and complex mathematical scaling for the central dome. We'll complete our matrix by acknowledging this Timurid architectural evolution. Recognizing the Taj Mahal as the apex of generations of engineering makes the physical structure more impressive than treating it as magic. You can navigate these options based on what you want to achieve when you visit or research the site. If your goal is to capture a photo while listening to a dramatic story, the standard tourist guide is your best option. If you want to understand the genuine history and engineering, you have to look past the fables and navigate using the documented evidence. Focus your attention on Ustad Ahmad's grid layouts and the inlaid floral motifs that symbolize paradise. Look specifically for the calligraphy of Amanat Khan to see the tangible work of the real creators. Taking the evidence-based route requires higher cognitive effort from visitors, but it firmly protects you from the commercialized tourist trap. The true wonder of the Taj Mahal is best found in the brilliant evidence left behind by the architects and craftsmen who actually built it.